then we played New Zealand at home, as you saying there. Then
and that's the infamous match. So most people know about this. What happened?
Never lived ever.
Yeah, I know, you poor fella. So the Johnny Greengrass incident. Let's call the elephant out in the room. What happened, mate? What happened?
Collar, and this last grandstand bid by New Zealand is a brave one. It's a try by John Greengrass. I think it's sent somebody off. Jim Mills has been sent off.
Well, I've no excuses for it. I apologise. I apologise to all the people in New Zealand about it. But it was just one of them things. One of them things you can't explain. You know, it was like a moment of madness, really, because the referee was stood there everywhere. Like when I look back on it, I couldn't believe what I'd done. Yeah, and I thought, you know, I must have just had a bloody. I think it was temper. You know, he scored and things like that. And it was a close game, and I don't know. Every time I looked at it, I thought, you know, something you can't believe. It's like something you haven't done. You know. Yeah. Anyhow, I'd done it, and it was too late. When you do something like that, you've had it. And of all the times I've been sent off, I've never kicked anybody. You know, I've never kicked. So none of my send-offs been kicking. So it was well out of character, and no excuses. I apologise, and it was a wrong, terrible thing to do. Like everybody said, even my own players were very upset about it. You know, doing it, and the only you know, they banned me for life, New Zealand, and I don't blame them at all. And Great Britain banned me for 6 months, I think it was. So I paid a heavy price for it, but and everybody remembers it, you know. And no matter what good things you do, they always remember that, you know. And
that must be annoying. To be fair.
It's you know, I was lucky I never got banned by England as well for good, but.
So I just can't play in New Zealand.
Yeah, in '79 when I was picked for Great Britain, and New Zealand said he's not going to play here, and Great Britain said, well, we're bringing him anyhow. Really? Anyhow, I played as luck was. I was 36 and he's 37, and my knee, this knee that I'm having done now, that was you know, giving up on me, and I only played the first test in Sydney, and there was me, Millward, Nashi, and Dougie Lawton. We went home. Yeah, but so it saved any embarrassment anyhow, you know. So
the good news is there's a bit of a happy ending to the story. So what happened all these years later? Phone call one day.
Yeah, I had a phone call, and it was John Greengrass. Yeah, and he said, Jim, I'm coming over to see his son was working in London, and he was coming over for a holiday, and he said, I'd hate to come over and not have a chat with you, you know. And I couldn't believe it, and I said, oh, brilliant, John. So he flew up to Liverpool. I went to meet him at the airport, and his wife Christine, lovely lady, and he came home here, and he had a nice time. We went out and had meals with the wives and really chatting. I had a chat to him when we were on our own one day. I said, I was awful sorry about that, John. I said, I don't know how I done it. And he said, Jim, to be fair to me, he said, there's a lot of water gone under the bridge. He said, it's all forgotten. So it made me feel really good, you know, because I thought, if the person you done it to can forgive you, well, you know, that's bad. But I've got so much respect for him, and I told him, John, I don't know why I done it. It's just a moment of bloody madness. Something gone bonks up there. Yeah. And I'm so sorry. And he put me at my ease and said, Jim, he said, it's all, well, not forgotten, but, you know, forgiven.
That's really kind. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
And he came over again a few years later with his wife and stayed again. Yeah, and he had another nice holiday. Had I have a friend with a guest house down North Wales. He went down there, stayed there with them for a bit, and he went up to Scotland and had a really good time. And I still chat to him now on the phone.
Nice.
Poor old, he lost his wife, Christine,
That's a shame. Yeah.
a couple of years ago now.
Oh,
and,
sorry to hear that. Yeah.
And she was a lovely lady, so
yeah.
felt sorry for him, you know. But,
tough. Yeah.
As I say, it was, I don't know, something I'll regret for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Well, what I want to do is move on to a more positive aspect, which I think gets overlooked because I think you were actually an amazing football player. You know, like you're actually always remembered for that. And I think you're actually one of the toughest, like amazing ball running, you know, fit, you know, forwards of the game. You know, that you could score a try. You scored like 70 tries or so in your career, over 300 first grade games, you know, many test matches. So like, I think that's the thing that should be highlighted about your football career. And I think
that's right.
And to top it all off, you got inducted into the Welsh Sports Hall of Fame in 2023.